Today, we're talking about the ongoing drama and controversy surrounding the Beast Games TV production, and how what's supposed to be the biggest game show of all time, with 2,000 contestants and a $5 million cash prize, is being called out by an article and multiple viral videos for lack of food and water, taking people's medication, injuring dozens of others, and so much worse. But I pulled together all of the details you need to know in order to get caught up on this situation involving the TV show production of Beast Games. Today's story was sent to me by a dozen different people, but the first person that told me about it was Dev Limes. If you ever find a story you think I should cover, don't hesitate to DM me on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok. Now, let's get into it. Back in March of this year, MrBeast signed a deal with Amazon to create the biggest competition series in TV show history. The show will be called Beast Games and will include 1,000 contestants competing for a $5 million cash prize, the largest single prize ever offered in TV or streaming history. When asked about his plans for the show, MrBeast said, "My goal is to make the greatest show possible and prove YouTubers and creators can succeed on other platforms. Amazon gave me the creative control. I need to try and make it happen. I hope to make the YouTube community proud." A couple months after this deal was signed, the show's production was already underway, with an application to compete on the show being officially posted on May 10th. However, some people had reservations over the production of the show taking 9 weeks. Recently, in the first half of July, the show's competition and filming has kicked off. However, despite the rumored $100 million budget, more than a few issues have already started popping up, which began to be revealed on July 18th, when the website Vital Vegas posted this article titled, "MrBeast Shoots Beast Games in Las Vegas. Controversy Abounds." I'll be honest, the article's written in a tabloid type of way, so it doesn't come off as the most professional or legitimate, which is why I wasn't as quick to cover the situation off of this article alone. But with recent additional reporting from Rosanna Pansino, there is some weight to the experiences shared in this article. So let's go through the highlights. And I'm sorry, but first, I need to take a quick second to thank today's sponsor. When I'm pulling together research for a video, I have to download videos and images from all sorts of different places on the internet, which comes with a lot of risks if my personal data isn't secure. Fortunately, I never have to worry about that because of today's video's sponsor, Surfshark. And the benefits of using Surfshark's VPN extend far beyond just hiding your online activity, because it'll continue protecting your data 24/7, even when you're on questionable public Wi-Fi networks. Sure, you can do the usual VPN trick of instantly surfing the web or any streaming service in 100 different countries. But I think the best thing about Surfshark is that you can set up one account and then use it on unlimited devices, making it easier than ever to protect the personal data of everybody in your household. You can also unlock even more powerful tools with Surfshark One, and that includes Alternative ID, which generates a brand new identity and email for you to use online, protecting your personal info while pretty much eliminating annoying spam emails. So if it sounds like Surfshark could help you out, use my coupon code AustinGreen for an extra 4 months free. Just go to surfshark.deals/AustinGreen, and you can try it out worry-free because they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. Thank you so much to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to the story. At the beginning, they write that MrBeast says, "Think Squid Games, but on steroids times a billion. We do know the show will feature physical challenges, as there was a call for paid testers by an audience and seat filling company recently. The ad offered Las Vegas locals $150 and a free meal to run, jump, and pull ropes." They include this photo of the ad that was put out. Next, they report that contestants were spotted at the Rio and Plaza wearing garbage bags in order to cover the uniforms worn on the show. After this, they write that there was an update to the situation the next day, with a source claiming that Desert Springs Hospital has seen countless patients today coming from Beast Games due to a lack of food and water. Somebody also replied to the Vital Vegas tweet about the story, and they said, "Here were the folks lined up across from Fool Us, all in garbage bags, and all with weird responses, and refusing to confirm it was MrBeast." A few days later, Vital Vegas provides another update saying, they heard back from a MrBeast representative who stated MrBeast was working on an upcoming video. with 3 medical issues out of 2,000 participants. 2 were medical events unrelated to the games or production, and 1 involved dehydration. There was plenty of water and electrolyte drinks on site, and a full medical staff. Personnel attended to the people immediately. They were all released shortly after and are doing well. Below this, they claim that one contestant reports contestants were instructed to provide producers with 5 days worth of medications. And as of today, contestants have not received a single dose. They have denied food to diabetics, denied water to contestants, and at least 2 individuals have had seizures as a result. The Mr. Beast representative says this information is inaccurate. Then, Vital Vegas explains some details regarding the production. They have confirmed Rio was the main staging area for the production. It seems this portion of Beast Games will feature 2,000 contestants being narrowed down to 1,000 through a series of competitions. The first competition involved teams of 400 lifting 10,000-pound weights with pulleys. The 3-day production in Las Vegas ends Saturday, July 20th, 2024. The competition in Las Vegas is for YouTube and isn't part of the Prime Video series. Round 2 of the competition involved contestants choosing one of hundreds of briefcases. 50 of the cases in each batch of 400 contained automatic eliminations. There were also red cases containing $1,000, along with elimination, which many contestants chose. The article then talks about how Amazon and MrBeast's team were not prepared for how difficult it would be to film a competition with 2,000 people, saying that many contestants assumed the conditions of the production, including hours of waiting at various stages, were psychological endurance tests, which does not appear to be the case. One contestant's account claims that the locally hired production staff were treated poorly. Medications were surrendered, which caused concern among the medical staff. The 2,000 trash bags worn were thrown in the trash. Contestants had to wait for hours to get on regular guest elevators. Contestants were asked to give the production team several pairs of underwear, which did not get returned. There weren't enough buses. Everybody had to stay in their hotel rooms, and the food was described as hideous porridge. After this, Vital Vegas writes that questions about the fairness of the competition have also been raised. The 2,000 contestants were divided into groups of 400. Some of the contestants reportedly stacked the deck in their favor by creating teams of mostly young, strong men. The first group eliminated was largely older people and women. The article then includes this ominous-looking photo that was taken of Mr. Beast and someone cosplaying as the Grim Reaper if he was into crypto and wearing boots with jeans. The next day, on July 21st, Vital Vegas updated the article with more information after hearing from a member of the Beast Games production team. They start by confirming that they did collect 5 days of medication and undergarments, which were mostly lost and not tracked by production. They did run out of Gatorade at one point, but they did have water. Also, they did run out of food during filming on Friday, and after being eliminated from the competition, they note that contestants have to retrieve their luggage and personal belongings, including their phones, from a big meeting room without organization, trying to find a couple of bags in a room of 4,000 to 6,000 of them. The article goes on to mention that during the competition, contestants had to sleep 2 nights in a sleeping bag on the field in Allegiant Stadium, including a photo of one of the games unfolding on field. You can tell by the photo's caption that so far, it's hard to tell what's actually credible in the story. But they continue by including a photo of the Beast Game shirt that was hidden by garbage bags, also showing a photo of the $5 million in prize money stacked up in $1 bills. Since the stories come out, more contestants have commented, adding to the story. 2 people say that the challenges were highly athletic and strongly favored young men, who they claim bullied the female and elderly contestants, pushing and shoving them, without any punishment or safety concerns raised by the production team. Another commenter claims that during the 3rd challenge, a smaller woman was tackled by a large athletic man, so he could grab the flag for a game, saying that the woman was knocked out cold due to the impact, and medics had to wake her up, with the man not being eliminated from the game. A separate commenter states that they treated everybody like animals, denied people meals, and wouldn't feed them for 10+ hours at a time. also claiming that women were bleeding through their clothes. Multiple people had seizures, and they denied medication to contestants. The entire article wraps up with one more competitor's experience during the briefcase challenge, which included 400 briefcases placed on tables around the stadium. There were 100 people on each team, and this was a challenge against your 99 other team members. Between each briefcase was only a single file line worth of space, so once the game began, it was impossible to get around without pushing and shoving. The Jumbotron screen flashed which cases were safe and which weren't. And this instantly led to 100 people trampling each other to get to one first. This, of course, led to a bunch of people getting injured. After this article came out, a few people made videos about it, but MrBeast has been facing far bigger controversies, so it's mostly flown under the radar. Until 5 days later, when the creator, Rosanna Pansino, tweeted this on July 26. I have confirmation from at least 5 people on site that the details in this article are at least 90% true. And she followed up the next day by reporting more details in this now viral TikTok.
Hey guys, so it is time for a video because I have received messages from over a dozen people involved with the current Beast games.
Then she quickly recaps what the Beast games are, and then gets into the messages she's recently received, saying they're from a mix of people that have competed or are still competing on the show, along with people she personally knows that are working on the production team. For this first video, Rosanna goes through one contestant's account of the competition.
I wanted to read you one of the messages with the permission of one of the contestants to give you an idea of why I'm so upset and why I simply just can't let this go. It's absolutely not okay. I was a contestant until the end. I also didn't accept their hush money. It was really bad. People were having seizures because they were not getting medication, even though we were promised we would. And it was 100% rigged. They presented it as though the game would be like Squid Games, basically a type of game show where all the games are an even playing field. That was not at all the case. All the games were about speed and strength, so only the young athletic males were at an advantage over the women, and elderly people were also casted. To make things worse, men started realizing that they could take out the women without being eliminated. Guys started tackling and hitting women. 2 girls were tackled and passed out on the field and were dragged off to continue filming. I saw people with broken bones, stitches, etc., and most were women. We were given maybe 400 calories a meal and only fed every 12 hours. Food would run out and people would fight over, steal, and hoard food. Water was scarce and kept running out as well. I had to sit with a bloody pad for 2 days before I could get undergarments and my reusable pads because I'm allergic to regular pads. We were also sleep deprived, only allowed 3 to 4 hours. We all slept on the floor in the stadium in a $10 sleeping bag. They offered anyone who lost $1,000 to sign away their rights to join any kind of class action lawsuit of any kind. I didn't sign, so I didn't get the money. After this article came out and things started blowing up, they called everyone back and decided to offer an additional $1,000 per person to make up for any of the inconveniences. They knew it was bad because they also offered to provide therapy through their insurance. And it wasn't Amazon Prime that called me, it was MrBeast's crew. And 5 of us so far have tested positive for COVID. Also, someone was allowed to go in with pink eye, which of course is also contagious.
The video ends with Rosanna claiming that there's even more details to come, which she follows up on the next day in this TikTok. It starts with Rosanna saying that she now has DMs from over 100 different people that have participated in the show. And journalists have been giving more attention and looking into everything that's coming out. Then she goes through another contestant's experience on the show. At one part, they say, no one was using a microphone to make announcements, so it was very hard to hear what production was saying. A lot of things got missed. I had to hear through the grapevine about certain things, like when they had Gatorade, when we could go to medical, when they had snack bags on the last day, when we could get our undergarments, etc. They handed out undergarment bags to everyone alphabetically by last name. I did not receive my undergarments until the second day of filming. These should have been handed out to everyone day 1. People were using their undergarment bags as pillows when we slept on the stadium floor. After the first competition, they hadn't fed us in a while, and I was feeling lightheaded. I asked someone if they had anything to eat because I was feeling lightheaded, and they told me to push through and basically suck it up. On the first day, after 12 hours of having contacts in my eyes, I asked someone if I could go to medical to take them out, and they told me no. I witnessed 2 people that had seizures, and it took medical several minutes for them to get there. I'm assuming this happened because they did not have access to medication, but I could be completely wrong. I was told by production they were working up to 20-hour days, as all of us were. We were all sleep and food deprived. The timing between feeding us was not consistent. In the first meal they gave us, around 6 to 7 p.m., I had no protein. All I had was a little container of oatmeal, a little container of vegetables, and a little container of fruit. We didn't eat again until the early morning. When I returned from the competition, my 3 bags were separated at the hotel and not where I had originally put them. I had to search for 30 minutes to find all of my luggage. Our sleeping bags and undergarments were all thrown and scattered into another room, and I had to search for that for 20 minutes. There was no organization whatsoever. When all of the contestants arrived back to the hotel from the competition, we were supposed to have flights booked for us to go home. I woke up the next day after I got back from the competition with no flight information. With so many contestants trying to go home, I heard they would not have all the flights booked until a few days later. I had to book my own flight and use money out of my pocket to leave because I couldn't wait that long because I had to return to work. They are going to reimburse us, but there is no telling when I will see that money. They gave out Feastable chocolates to contestants at times. My group hoarded chocolate because we weren't sure when the next time they would feed us would be, and we were afraid we would get hungry. Rosanna wraps up the second video, saying that this doesn't even cover half of what she's been hearing. Also sharing rumors that there were only 2 ambulances on site for 2,000 people plus the entire crew. The next day, Rosanna posted a third video, which it's actually today, July 29th, when I'm recording this. In this third video about the Beast Games production, Rosanna reports that Mr. Beast specifically requested to hire a non-union crew. And he did this because unions usually come with stricter safety standards and better pay. However, the Mr. Beast team couldn't find enough non-union people to hire. So they were forced to hire some IATSE union members to be part of the production crew. But despite this, the Mr. Beast team stated that they wouldn't pay for any of their regular benefits. This then led to an email that Rosanna explains was sent from IATSE to their branch in Canada, which is the next location for the production of Beast Games.
Dear members of IATSE, Mr. Beast (parentheses Beast Games, aka Project Greenlight) has been deemed an unfair production. No member of IATSE is permitted to work on this production. A member refusing to leave a job declared unfair or which falls under the definition contained herein shall be expelled from the membership. So at a bare minimum, this shows that Jimmy never planned to make Beast Games a union show. He wants to hire union workers, he wants the quality, but he doesn't want to pay for them.
But that's the latest we've heard about the situation. Still no official response from the Beast Games team regarding everything. However, I think Mr. Beast has a lot going on at the moment, so I'm not sure if we ever will get a response. But now that you're caught up on pretty much all the drama and controversy surrounding the Beast Games TV production, I need to know, what do you think about everything? Please let me know that, along with any story updates or things I missed down in the comments. If you want to get caught up with even more internet drama and news, subscribe to either channel to catch the next story, or check out any of my recent videos. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.